Most Americans have an idea or opinion of what the American dream is. Most agree that it's a central part of our national pride, something all our own that defines our patriotic spirit. But have you ever sat down and deeply thought about this amorphous and ethereal at best concept of the so-called American dream? Or if it's even a valuable aspect of the American identity, something worth or even possible to pursue? Well, while it's often imagined as a content family living in a suburban home with a white picket fence out front, the truth is that this is an outdated image, which has morphed throughout the 20th century. To stereotype the idea of the American dream like this is, frankly, a mistake. The American dream is instead a timeless ideal for pursuing one's own dreams and goals. It hinges on the ability to control one's own life and tailor it to one's own desires. And it's because of this that I believe that the American dream is always worth pursuing, as it is the very notion of successfully obtaining one's dream life, regardless of what that may be or may include. So let's first take a look at what the American dream is and where it began. The American dream is the idea of being equipped to successfully pursue your dreams. In many ways, this encapsulates the very core of what it means to be American. The American dream often seems to represent freedom in its manifestations, be it religious freedom from the church, be it freedom for fair representation, or freedom from slavery at varying points through history. In fact, the first foreign and recorded person to set foot on North American soil was Leif Erikson, a Viking who was a reject from his society because of his father Eric the Red. He found America by following the story of a fisherman who had told him of a new land, forested and unpopulated, that could support their people forever. Maybe this was the first American dreamer who saw a chance to create something new and to make a society that provided happiness and freedom to anyone who wanted a peace. But there's no real answer as to who first conceived this ideal. Regardless, this is the American dream. The idea that someone could, through their own determination, create something for themselves, their own special version of success, be that a family, a home, or a movement. Today, it may have changed slightly, but there was a time that people in America simply wanted more. They simply wanted to have the ability to pursue their own dreams and goals. And that is the essence of the American dream. It always has been, and it always will be that way. Now, let's take a look at how it's changed over time. The American dream is always uniquely manifested when it appears. The only sure thing about the way it appears is that it will certainly be different from all its previous forms. Taking a brief look at a few examples, we can see that while many Americans view the American dream as a suburban home with a white picket fence housing a content, stable family, as shown in source A and O, the fact is this image is only one possibility of the American dream's manifestations, and one that has drastically changed since the 1960s. As we examine source E, we see that it provides an overview on data about what current generations perceive as the true American dream, and an apparent 70% say that it is no longer the family depicted in sources A and O. In fact, several of the graphs in source E aim to emphasize the rising importance of personal fulfillment rather than material fulfillment, and this hints at the rising theme of individuality that's replacing the old ideals of stability and comfort. Moving on, source F provides a comprehensive summary of the changes in the American dream to present, and while broad, they show the trend of change. This sheds light on the fact that what was once considered the pinnacle of the American dream may have been now subjected to a change of opinion, and is frankly no longer. This effectively displays the ever-changing nature of the American dream. It simply never remains the same. Source J continues on this thought. While the message given in J seems to suggest the idea of never being satisfied as a bad thing, the image also promotes the idea of never settling and always growing to become better, always striving for more. This also contrasts the past American ideal with today. When the American dream was about comfort and stability, no one could be satisfied with a house, as they always wanted something better. But now, when growth and adventure are far more important, this image is seen as an opportunity. And through this picture, it can be seen that the American dream has truly morphed over time. Source K does not seem to have any connection with the American dream at first glance, as the Olympic competitor isn't obviously an American. However, it does show how a minority, as well as anyone frankly, can do what they dream of, which is what the American dream has been since the beginning. In fact, Source AA even narrates this point. In Dr. King's statement, he discusses this ideal, his ideal American, where people are free to live, having the opportunity to succeed no matter who they are. A place where a person's success depends on their effort to reach it, and not necessarily their physical characteristics or past. This further describes the American dream, a state in which all people are unencumbered by their own condition or others' opinions of them within their journey to success. Now, every single one of these sources is unique, but that's what makes them relevant to the American dream. The one thing all of these pictures share in common is that they are all unique manifestations of the exact same thing. People pursuing their goals, whether that be a large family, financial profits, social respect, power, or success in any walk of life. People having the ability to succeed in their own unique ways. Now, before moving on, it's worth asking the question, how do you even pursue the American dream? Well, content, stability, and control of one's own life are the primary means of pursuing the American dream. These factors are the components by which people can achieve this goal. Being content allows people to avoid unnecessary pain from futile struggles and frees them up to chase their own goals. Having stability, whether that be financial, social, or emotional, is another means by which someone can fuel their search for personal success. And finally, controlling one's own life is a vital aspect to pursuing achievement, because without the ability to act on one's own beliefs and intuition and wants, it's impossible to ever truly achieve personal success. From this, it's clear that these three factors are vital to a successful pursuit of the American dream. However, it's worth noting that those are just the means, and this brings us to the most important question. What is the American dream, and what does it ultimately achieve? You see, contentment, stability, and self-reliance are mere means to reach the ultimate goal of the American dream, to be able to pursue whatever you choose to. In one word, the goal of the American dream is simply freedom. Being totally unshackled from anything that jeopardizes one's ability to succeed, whether threat to that come from economic difficulty, simple unhappiness, or lack of personal empowerment. A pursuit of the American dream centers around removing those obstacles to freedom, the ultimate American ideal. An individual's personal pursuit of the American dream will always be unique from the others around them. This is due to the simple fact that everyone's life is unique, and everyone has unique tribulations that may prevent them from having the absolute freedom to pursue what they choose. But regardless of the specific means a person may use to pursue the American dream, the end goal is always personal freedom. And that is the American dream, a worthwhile and valuable pursuit, if ever there was one.